Hello, it's Janet here from Hushby Photography. I'm putting a video together for you just to show you some of the techniques that we use to get little babies to sleep. We've got absolutely gorgeous little girl with us today who's 16 days old. She's just been fed, so she's nice and full. It's lovely and warm in here, and she's got a clean nappy on, so we are all systems go to get her sleepy again. She's very calm as well, which is lovely. So I'm just going to show you a couple of the techniques. One of the things that we do is give her a little pat on her bottom, regular kind of tapping. They love that. You see her eyes are going already a little bit. There we go. I could do this all day. And then the other thing that babies like is if you stroke down their foreheads. There we go. Down their foreheads. Slow. Good girl. That's it. And they suddenly decide that it's quite nice having eyes closed. Although yours aren't closed yet, are they? Hmm? Bit of a jiggle up and down as well. That's it. And I like to make sure that their feet and their hands are nicely secured so they're not flailing all over the place, because babies like to feel kind of secure as well. There we go. We're jumping her up and down a bit, aren't we? Hey? Give me a good old stare too. Oh, eyes are going. There we are. Now the other trick that we've got in our toolbox is we have a, I'm just going to grab it, our baby shusher, which you turn on first. There we go, shushes like that. I think it's because it sounds a bit like the womb. It really calms them down. Not that this little girl needs much calming. She's really chilled out and laid back. It's just making our eyes close a little bit more. There we go. Very happy. Good girl. So it's all very well talking about getting the baby to sleep when you're holding the baby. Everyone knows that babies love to be held, but how do you put a baby down and get them to go to sleep? Because then you've got 5 minutes to yourself to have a cup of tea or read the newspaper or go on Facebook and see what's going on. So a couple of tips just to get a baby calm and easy to put down. Make sure that they're in the position you want them to be in when they fall asleep. So everybody recommends that babies are asleep on their backs, so hold them so that they're on their backs when they fall asleep in your arms. And then when you put them down, try and keep everything as the same as possible. So I'm playing the baby shusher, so don't turn the baby shusher off. You want to keep the baby shusher going on. You want to put the baby down and hold on tightly to head and to feet, so that baby's got that firm, confident hold and feels like their feet aren't going to go kicking out into the air. Also, she's nice and tightly wrapped. That's purely for us for decorative purposes, because for the photographs, but you can wrap your baby in swaddle. You can buy swaddles as well that allow you to safely swaddle your baby and feel confident to leave them as they are. Babies just love to be swaddled, especially when they're newborn, because it reminds them of being in the womb. So I'm holding on tightly to these feet so they don't fly out. I'm holding onto her forehead and also rubbing on her, down her forehead to keep her eyes closed. But she's not sound asleep, but she's getting there, and she's very relaxed. And I think when baby's not completely asleep, you'll be able to feel a bit of pressure pushing back on your hands, and you know that they're not really ready to be let go of. It is a bit of a game though, because you don't want to be here all day holding their feet. You just want to make sure that they're soundly enough asleep that when you let go, it's not too much of a shock for them. And I wouldn't let go of everything all at once. Just peel away one hand and then another hand. And then hopefully you'll have a sleepy baby. So we've got a really sleepy little girl now who's so close to being asleep. Often find that they struggle with that very last bit about closing their eyes. There's just too much fun going on in the world to close your eyes. So you can stroke down their forehead and into their nose. It encourages them to close their eyes. Once their eyes are closed, they're a bit like me. They're like, oh, I like sleep. I'm quite happy to sleep. So, oh, that's it. There you go. So we're just having a chat with Mum and Dad, and Mum was telling us that when they had scans done, Darcy had her hands up by her face all the time, and now she's very comfortable doing exactly the same thing. So that's worth thinking about, just making sure your baby is maybe doing something that they did in the womb that they were used to doing that makes them feel comfortable. Just thought I'd add that in. Okay, so we've got a little boy here today. He's absolutely gorgeous, 12 days old today. And he's just woken up and he's very hungry, but he's very calm as well, so that's really cool. But I just wanted to show you a few of the signs that you should look out for if you think your baby might be hungry. And one of the classic ones is this, it's turning the head. So he'll be turning his head in towards you, and also biting on his fingers. Crying's often a very good sign that a baby's hungry, but this whole, shaking the head, fingers in mouth, and then turning his head towards you as well. Those are all really good ways of knowing whether or not a baby's hungry. Oh, we've got a hiccupy baby who is adorable, but has the hiccups. He's not going to go to sleep while he's got the hiccups. So I thought I'd just take an opportunity to show you a couple of different things to do if baby's got tummy ache and is struggling to settle because of tummy aches. There's a couple of things that we do. One of them is to have baby sitting up. Oh, that's it. Good old stretch of that tummy and a roll around. Make sure you're definitely supporting the head. But lifting up and stretching tummy out really helps sometimes with tummy ache. So give me a good old step. And the other thing is with hiccups is just to a good old rub on the back. And some babies find that so relaxing they just fall asleep with their heads like this. But as long as you're supporting the head really carefully, then that's... Oh! Bless you! That's another way of doing it as well. And then one last thing, I'm going to take him over here and put him down on the surface. That's it. And give his legs a bit of a cycle as well, because that really helps. That's it. We're stretching out the diaphragm and the tummy and give that stomach a little bit of time. Like that. This is a really good hold for if your baby's got tummy ache, because you've got the heel of your hand in their tummy. It's called Tiger in the Tree, and I remember learning it when my oldest was just a tiny baby, and we went back to see all our NCT friends together, and somebody pointed this out as a good hold, and I couldn't believe it. He absolutely loved it, and I think we're doing quite well with this one as well. He's really enjoying it too. But because you've got the heel of your hand in his tummy, it gives a little bit of pressure without too much, and it's warm as well. So if they've got tummy ache, it's a really nice one to be able to hold them in. And now he's yawning, so he may well be going to sleep soon.